Reaction for the Democrats tonight. Let's bring in R.T. Rybak, who is the mayor of Minneapolis and the vice chair of the Democratic National Committee. Mr. Rybak, good to have you with us tonight. I want to start with this soundbite right here because Mitt Romney, of course, making the case again that the country is in terrible condition and says that actually America is in decline. Here it is.
This economy has every potential to continue to lead the world. Our president thinks America's in decline. It is if he's president. It's not if I'm president. This is going to be an American century.
RT, what's your response to that right off the top tonight?
14 debates, 28 hours of our life we're never going to get back, and these guys still can't give an answer to the big question. What would they do to fix the economy? Mitt Romney would have sat on the sidelines when the auto industry was going to collapse. President Obama stepped up. 1.4 million Americans in the auto industry are working. 1.4 million people, half the population of Iowa, are working today. Mitt Romney would have had them all out of work. I haven't heard a single idea, nor has America, except going back to the old bad days of George Bush.
How do you think President Obama would have fared against these guys tonight if he had been on the stage?
President Obama would have fared just fine, but President Obama is working, and he's back in Washington trying to get a middle-class tax cut that all of these guys are against. Now, who in the world would think it's good for the economy to keep the middle class from getting a tax cut? Solely, in their mind, because the very top people should be getting a tax break. These guys have been debating all this time, but they certainly don't have a clue about what to do. The president will do fine in debate. But, you know, we're out here doing what we did in Iowa 4 years ago. We're going door to door, building the grassroots. We've got more Obama offices open here than all the Republican candidates combined. So let them do their freak show out here. But the fact of the matter is, we're on the ground and we're going to win Main Street.
Tonight, Governor Romney was asked directly about Newt Gingrich, and in his answer, he refused to take a shot at the former speaker. He directed all of his criticism towards President Obama, which I found very interesting. Here he is not being the front runner, and yet he's not attacking Newt Gingrich. He went after the president for the way he handled the General Motors situation. Here it is.
In the real world, some things don't make it. And I believe I've learned from my successes and my failures. The president I'll look at and say, Mr. President, how'd you do when you were running General Motors as the president? Took it over. Gee, you closed down factories. You closed down dealerships. And he'll say, well, I did that to save the business. Same thing with us, Mr. President. We did our very best to make those businesses succeed. I'm pleased that they did. And I've learned the lessons of how the economy works. This president doesn't know how the economy works. I believe to create jobs, it helps to have created jobs.
What's your response, Mr. Rybak, to that fact that President Obama doesn't know how to create jobs, according to Mitt Romney?
Ed, you got to laugh. This corporate takeover specialist is talking to President Obama about closing down factories. That's what Mitt did for a living and made a lot of money at doing that. President Obama, he stepped up. He saved the auto industry. Mitt Romney would have closed it. It's pure and simple.
Of those candidates you saw tonight, who came away in the best position to win Iowa?
You know, I was asking people as they were coming out of here, and I was kind of surprised, but a lot of them were saying that Newt came out best. There's a lot of sentiment for Ron Paul here. But, you know, I don't think anybody can really tell you where this thing is going to go. It's super fluid, and, you know, that's kind of the horse race, but it's something else. It's the fact that these people have been campaigning for a long time here. Romney's been on the ground for 5 years and spent millions of bucks, and none of them are catching on. Because the fact of the matter is, they've got nothing new to offer except the fact that they're not Barack Obama. Barack Obama's probably pleased about that, and the American people should say that if you all you can say is you're not Barack Obama, and you've spent 4 years trying to stop Barack Obama, maybe if you just got the heck out of the way and we got a Congress who could work with Barack Obama, we could do even better in this country, and that's what's going to happen.
R.T. Rybak, Vice Chair of the Democratic National Committee, good to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much. For more, let's turn to MSNBC. You bet. For more, let's turn to MSNBC political analyst Richard Wolff.